guess who's back in the building? I am the uninvited one. I am R15. I'm back, man. Yes, sir. I took a little bit of a break. There was a reason for it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The reason why I really took a break, it got to a point where I felt like I was saying the same thing over and over and over every podcast. And that's not a good space to be in, you know what I mean? As far as content creation. So I figured, hey, I got a little time off from work. I got a little vacation or whatever. Let me just step back, take a little break or whatever, and refresh the batteries. And I kind of thought, you know what? I'm gonna just keep saying the shit that I'm saying. Fuck it until it sinks in and motherfuckers change. Fuck it. I might as well just keep on saying it because what I'm saying makes fucking sense. So we back in a major way, and we gonna be back consistently, the same as always. Maybe you might get a surprise show here and there. I don't know. Maybe a little 15-minute show or something like that. I don't know, man. I still haven't made up my mind, but all that you need to know is the show is back on track. And I'm not gonna hold you here too long. Ain't nothing changed, I'm still the same old guy. So let's get into the show, shall we? Let's go.
Value purity and youth. Purity, youth, beauty.
You can really get those brain juices flowing as you tune into yet another episode of the groundbreaking discussion, What's Wrong with Modern Women? Which are about as thought-provoking as an episode of Jerry Springer. Or alternatively, if that gets boring, you can tune into an episode of Why Men Cheating is Actually Okay.
Right? Men really have to work to become attractive. That's why I laugh at y'all when you tell me, well, men shouldn't cheat.
For some background, by the way, this video is about just pearly things. For context, as people know, I've covered just pearly things on my channel before. I've watched her channel. I've seen the growth in her channel and this and that. However, over the past month to 2 months, month and a half, somewhere around there, I don't know what's been going on with Pearl. I think success is starting to get to her head and she's starting to show her real colors, because the whole thing started with the guy that used to be on her show named Sarah. And I guess she wanted to sign him to a contract to the Just Pearly Things network or whatever as a talent. And she wanted him to work she wanted him to work like, I don't know, 9-10 hours, basically a day job is what he said. And there was no salary involved. Instead, what she proposed was a percentage cut. So he said, okay. And I'm probably butchering this. I'll leave the video. I'll leave a link to the video down below where he explains it all and goes into detail so you guys can watch it, because I didn't cover it, but I did watch it. So she said that she works off percentages, and the way that it works is that it would be a 70-30 split. And his thought was, okay, I get 70 and Pearl would get 30%. And she said, no, I would get 70, me Pearl, and 30% would go to you, Sarah. And coming from a standpoint of being a content creator, I'm looking at that like, so let me get this straight. I'm the one with the talent. You want me on your network, right? And you want to take majority share of my income?
How about no?
For my content that I'm going to make? Okay, you can provide the studio, you can provide the cameras and all that shit. That's fine. But here's the thing. When you're a talent, right? As far as content creators go, my understanding would be the only reason that you would want to sign with a agency or something like that would be because you want to make enough money to where you can branch off and start your own. Yes, she has a studio. Yes, she has cameras. She has an editing team. She has all that stuff. But wouldn't you want to make enough money under that contract to do your own thing separately? Like, what if I want to, branch out after my contract and have my own editor, have my own studio or whatever? I can't do that if you're taking majority of my money. So yes, you should get a percentage, but the majority should go to the talent. That's how it works. But I could be wrong. I don't know. But back to the point. The whole reason why this is a Brittany Venti video, by the way. I'll leave. You guys know I leave the link down in the description. So I'll try to remember everything and put it down in the description. the whole thing about this is I actually unsubscribed to all Pearl's channels. And the Sarah thing was the beginning of it, but the real nail in the coffin to me was the whole like video she did where it was like an answer, but not really. She just hasn't been taking accountability for her actions, and she's been acting rather shitty towards a lot of people. Her and her producer were making fun of MTR and a bunch of other reaction channels like Abba and Preach and this and that because they made videos about shit that she is being funny about. Like her not taking accountability for the whole Sarah thing, treating it like it was a joke. Then she's on this whole like revenge tour about, oh, all these reaction channels are going in on me and blah blah blah, like they're attacking me for no reason. No, if you talk enough shit and you start to get big enough, people are going to come out with some stuff about you. You're not living what you preach. You preach all day about women taking accountability for their actions, yet you haven't taken accountability for the Sarah thing. You haven't taken accountability for the fact that you talk all this shit about modern women, but you yourself move like a modern woman. All you talk about is business. You don't have a man. You're not married. You don't have a child. You're not none of that. You talk about all the time. We even hear it here about purity and youth. Okay, you're 26, 27, somewhere around there, I think. You're almost on that what you call a wall phase, right? You're about to hit that wall and you're childless and with no man. So what are you talking about? And all you talk about is growing this business. So you're a modern woman. Like you just don't have the thought looks like a lot of these chicks out here, but I don't know, man, but I'm gonna let Brittany Venti get into this because she did a very good video, I think, because this video is like almost an hour long, so there's got to be some stuff in here that's crazy, right? I haven't watched all of it. I watched like maybe 4 or 5 minutes of it, so I haven't watched the tail end of it. But let's get into it.
And they shouldn't do this. Men have to bust their ass to become attractive to even be seen.
What if a woman cheats?
I think Abba and Preach
Can men
actually did a
accept
video
that?
about this.
She belongs to the street.
But I didn't watch
it's
it yet.
different for men and for women cheating.
No.
I don't know if
actually
it's
think
about
that,
this
women
Brittany
like to
Venti
be
video,
cheated
but
on.
But Pearl didn't always have these takes. In fact, she used to say the polar opposite,
Brittany's
especially
cute, by
about
the
Fresh
way.
and Fit, who she is now emulating.
I know a lot of girls that actually waited till they were married and stayed a virgin until they were married. And I can tell you that the guys on Fresh and Fit podcast would never be able to pull a girl like that.
It's interesting considering that Pearl's current branding
I thought they
revolves
were high
around
value.
telling women that their standards are too high and that if you want a high value man that you have to tolerate him cheating.
People think I'm condoning cheating.
yeah, I've
People
never,
think I'm encouraging cheating.
never
No.
gotten
I think
that
if a
point.
woman cheats, she's trying to leave you. If a man cheats, he's just like
He's
it's
getting
like
off.
it's like a handshake.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, that's still not an excuse,
Women
bro.
act like this is the most unforgivable thing, that he is the ultimate bad guy, the ultimate demon if he does this. I'm sorry,
It's pretty bad.
sometimes you contributed to it. And women take no.
God. You're giving men a scapegoat. Okay, I'm a man. I don't want a scapegoat. Back in the day, it used to be men. There used to be a saying: "I've only got 2 things in this world as a man: my word and my balls." Now we're not keeping our word. We're just gonna get excuses for it. I've said this before. A high value shell isn't an excuse for a low value core. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is you can have all this money, all this status, all this shit, but when you commit to a woman, right? When you commit to a woman, you are giving your word to that woman that is your only woman. You're promising yourself to her. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit if you want to be single and have this girl here, this girl there, this girl here, this girl there, this the main chick, this the side chick. Just don't commit to her. Okay, let her know, like, look, you're not the only one. I got no problem with that. Okay, if she agrees with it, that's on her. I don't care. But if you're gonna say this is my girl right here, we're committed. That's your word, bro. Don't go back on your shit. I don't play that. No, I don't. There's no excuses for that shit. Just don't get in a relationship if you want to play the field like that. I got no respect for dudes that do that shit. It's
No
womanizing.
accountability for that, and that he wants to go to the bar.
Don't
with
give
his
a fuck
buddies
how much
because
money, how much status
make
you
that
got.
Shit a hellhole.
No excuse.
Because you are so unpleasant to be around.
Excuses.
And that man forgives you for all of that shit, but you can't forgive him for stepping
This is
out
pandering,
once,
bro.
twice.
Pandering.
You guys are crazy.
It's just a little cheating. No biggie.
Cheating is not
I
a
think
little
it's
thing.
safe to say that Pearl has changed her business plan in order to make money off of the manosphere, because people's opinions don't normally change so drastically in morality, especially in such a short amount
What
of
if
time.
he cheats and then the other girl gets
I'm
pregnant?
Not
Then
selling
what?
anything.
Based on what I know through observation, her particular target audience is a male. This is where Pearl's content and marketing sits. She is constantly hitting pain points and triggers. The challenges and the pain points for her particular customer, client, and fan is not being heard, not being seen, not feeling valued, and not having access to women. So she talks about this constantly, right? And she's talking to women, right? Women which this particular customer, client, or fan does not have access to and wants access to. One way to draw in this particular customer is to continue to hit this customer's pain point over and over and over.
What's up with those modern women? Am I right, boys? Pearl even talks about this business plan in an interview with Yahoo News, saying that she didn't know what her business would be yet, but basically that she wanted to be an influencer and build a brand. The plan? Make money off of single men on YouTube
why they
by
got the Pearl
regurgitating their
SpongeBob
talking points about women
whale?
back to them as a woman.
I feel like when men love women, it's like women have more conditions for them to be like really in love.
For a man to love a woman, she does not have to jump through as many hoops and meet as many requirements as for a woman needs to love a man.
Just like Fresh and Fit, Pearl spouts a lot of the same double standards that promote sociopathy, especially in teaching men to have destructive behaviors.
Okay, but there's always gonna be double standards, okay? Because men and women are different. I get that. I don't like the excuses though. I as men, I've said it before, we acknowledge the double standard and we keep it pushing. Women want to focus on the double standard and say it's not fair, but there's a lot of shit that ain't fair.
Most men always get looked upon like they're not a hoe. Why is it different for women than it is for men?
It's easy for us to get sex, and men getting sex is hard. So if they do what's hard, it's valued. If we do what's easy, it's not.
I am so enlightened by Pearl teaching us how being a man will magically eliminate all of the consequences of cheating. You know, like breaking your trust with your partner by lying to them, getting another woman pregnant that you now have to support, humiliating your wife, causing family dysfunction, and bringing home disease.
If a man cheats, it's like a handshake.
That is one hell of a handshake, Pearl. And promoting promiscuity is a great way to help create the single moms that her podcast actively speaks out against.
Their mating strategy is they don't want to pass on resources to another man's kid. Like that's why they're repulsed by hoes. That's why they're repulsed by like other people's children.
If single motherhood should be avoided, then perhaps Pearl should consider not contributing to the problem by promoting promiscuity to her male audience. If you're smart like Fresh and Fit or Pearl, you can just reframe promoting sociopathy to men as advocating for them, even if the only thing it does is promote dysfunction and make more men lonely by fear-mongering them about relationships.
I feel like a lot of men have a good reason for avoiding marriage today.
I love it.
And a woman can seize your assets even if you're just living together. It varies from state to state. I know the chat, but it's like if she leaves her stuff at your apartment for like a period of 3 months, she can literally seize your assets.
We are just warning you of what female nature is.
You're probably wondering by now, where is Pearl's ring? Well, I'm here to inform you that Pearl is single and unmarried at 26 years old.
And the reason I decided to go
so I was right.
Because in the next 5 to 7 years, ideally, some things are out of your control, but ideally I'd like to be married.
Which, according to her, is because she is too picky.
You're single over a certain age, you're probably too picky.
And I say that it's because she's too picky because she claims that 28 years old is pretty old to be getting married.
What do men value? Third thing men value, youth.
Wait. 28 years old is too much or is too long to get married? You're 2 years away. You're 2 years away, chica. Like, you better get to stepping. Like, I don't know. You ain't got much time on that clock left. Like, oh, man. Wow.
Youth.
when the average age of first marriage for women in the US is 28.6 years old.
Pearl is lucky if she can get married by 28 years old because she's 26, and even if she met Mr. Right today, you would still usually have to be engaged for at least a year, and then usually people, if they're going fast, wait another year before getting married,
lose a lot of
putting
talking
her
points
at 28 years old if they're going fast by today's standards.
if she doesn't get
And Pearl
married by
doesn't have
30.
much long-term experience in dating either. According to this interview on Yahoo News and what Pearl says online about her dating experiences on various podcasts, she's only had a couple of boyfriends. If you can do the math of her being
what's this?
23 in the
have that.
Yahoo interview,
My boyfriend
they
says
couldn't
I'm
have
up to
been that long
72.
considering she just turned 26 in the past couple of months. And that got me interested in knowing who is Pearl picking, considering that anytime a guy does something wrong, no matter what it is, she tells women to simply just pick better.
Okay, so then you pick guys that cheat.
I discovered that last year Pearl tweeted about a breakup
Wait,
she
what is
had,
this?
so I decided to go ahead and check the archives.
2022?
And it turns out that Pearl actually got
This is
catfished
just
by an
last year.
obese man with 2 children on TikTok.
What?
Baby, when did we start dating?
Yep, that's right. An obese man with 2
No.
children on TikTok. And I point out that he's
Oh,
obese
she
because
got
Pearl is
receipts out
constantly
here.
dunking on fat girls.
Why do I need to look at your rolls? And then I have to go on social media. Then boom, whale. Boom, another whale.
You want home a dick?
The
I've never gotten. Look, I understand about the whole overweight chicks talking shit. That's what they do. Body positivity I think is garbage. But because body positivity only works one way. There's no such thing as male body positivity. You don't see fat dudes on the cover of Sports Illustrated. But yeah, man, she talks all this shit. I think she used to be overweight. Pearl, not like obese, but I think she talks about being overweight. And it's funny because she's not the picture of health, like health and fitness either. So I've always found it funny about her pointing out other people's physical characteristics like that.
cherry on top is that Pearl has been pretty
But she was
adamant
dating a
about
fat
men
dude.
having children being a deal breaker for her.
For me personally, I'm not into the guys with kids. That's not my thing.
Instead of
You dated a
immediately
dude with
breaking up
kids.
with him for hiding 2 whole children
Oh, he
from
has
her,
2 children. Oh,
she
she broke up.
instead takes him in
No, she
to
didn't
live
break
with
up
her
with
and
him?
her family to mooch off of them.
Because he, you know, he was
God,
homeless when I
bro,
first
she's
met
one
him.
of those girls.
So I like moved him into my parents' house
Yeah.
so he could get an ID.
Too.
Yeah, and so my
Show
parents.
These are the girls I talk about all the time. There's these girls out here that will sit there and take care of loser dudes because that's what they want. He checks every box except the boxes that matter. Like if he doesn't have a job, that's the biggest box you can ever check. Like he doesn't have a place to live, like shit like that. Like, bro, come on, man. They'll just take him in. They'll pay for everything. Dude just sits on the couch, doesn't want to go to work, doesn't want to do anything, just sit on the couch eating cereal. Like, bro, God, man, I don't know what's up with these girls.
Put him like on our lease.
Aww.
So that was how and we like, moved him in for like he lived with us for like a month.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, Pearl is out here humble bragging about her bagging a rich one on podcasts.
Oh, he was a millionaire. Like it was just like he didn't know what to do with it.
How did you nab a millionaire?
He was on social media and I saw he lived like kind of close to me. And so I made like videos saying like, oh, we should like hang out. Like, have you never seen those videos?
Bro, we should like hang out. So you want to be a hoe. Okay. All right.
Videos of girls like shooting their shots
read
at
through the
guys
lines.
No.
publicly. I was on TikToks and I did a video saying, you know what, when he's not doing this like comedic bit, he's actually kind of fine. Like, I live in Chicago, you live in Chicago, we should like hang out.
I am pretty confident that Pearl is referring to her ex Wanya in these instances because Wanya is from
I don't know who this
Chicago,
dude
like the
is.
millionaire ex she talks about in the video. There are multiple articles saying that Wanya was homeless when he was around 22 years old. There's a small chance that I'm wrong, but It seems that the story does match
TikTok
up.
star.
I do find it funny that Pearl dating Wanya, or people know him as Angry Reactions, was framed as her bagging a rich one. Meanwhile, he actually moved on to date a more attractive redhead, and she's still single and unmarried.
Okay. All right.
It seems like her advice on lowering her standards to get married isn't working out so well for her. Pearl has the absolute audacity to tell women.
Bro, her tone, man, the way she just hits hits these daggers and it just keeps the same calm tone without any reaction. Oh my God.
To pick better when she literally got catfished by some girl's obese baby daddy on TikTok. Yeah, he has a lot of followers, but he ended up having to mooch off of her anyway, so. Not only does she regularly dunk on obese people, even taunting them in her TikTok bio before she got banned, but Pearl will even put all the blame on women for obesity in America, despite half the obese population in America being men. How can Pearl dunk on fat girls so often, considering that she has clearly neglected her own self-care? This video of her is only from 1 month ago, and it might surprise you to learn that she's a professional athlete. And despite her lack of self-care, she still likes to spout a lot of statistics about fat women, despite being corrected on this by Destiny.
Listen, that's not a shot at volleyball chicks out there. They're hot as shit. Dude, them shorts, them legs, oh my God. I'm sorry, but look, I got to make it a point. I got to defend my volleyball girls. I'm not saying that volleyball isn't a legitimate sport. It is 100% legitimate. But she's already tall, so it doesn't really matter. Like, as long as she's not like hanging out of everything, I think she'll be okay. But she's not like
on her live stream.
Your
There's
typical
a lot of fat people. Fat people stay with fat people.
But women by and
build.
large are fatter than men. No.
I don't know about
if you
that.
go in the US,
it's about the same, right?
Always fatter. BMI.
Always.
So in the US, the average BMI for a man is 26.6, and the average BMI for a woman is 26.5.
Oh,
okay,
I stand
it's
corrected.
the same.
But even after he corrected her, she continued to misrepresent
That's common
the
sense,
statistic.
ain't it?
How can we say that as a whole, in the US and the West, we're good wives, when 80% of us are overweight, and that's the number
80?
one thing that men value? There's a lot of room for improvement with Western women. 70% of us are overweight.
70?
The average man makes more than the
pumping up-
average woman. But the average woman is fatter than the average man.
So in the US, the average BMI for a man is 26.6, and the average BMI for a woman is 26.5.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Hi everyone, this is me in the middle of editing.
what the
Pearl
hell's going
got
on?
banned off of TikTok, so I've had to go into the Internet Archive to pull up the timeline for you guys because I can't prove it on the live site. But you can see she's wearing the same top that she talks about the false obesity statistic. And you can see the date here is 3/14. Destiny corrected her much before that, so just wanted to show proof of that.
so
When I was
she
doing research,
didn't
I
even
also happened
take
to
it
have
into
made a
consideration.
note about the timeline because I had a feeling that she was regurgitating the statistic even after she was corrected, and it turned out I was correct, so just wanted to post the proof in here. Pearl speaks on men valuing attractiveness, purity, and youth, and says in order to get a high-value husband, or husband at all, you should be those things.
Men value purity and youth.
Yeah.
Purity, youth, beauty.
Pearl fails to meet these standards herself.
Little fight now. I like that.
Despite wanting to get married so badly.
Look at that
Apparently,
subtle dagger
if I
that
want
she
results
just.
in life, I have to start talking to boys. Yeah, wife me up if you're in the London area.
God.
In terms of purity, Pearl's not a virgin. In fact, she's so reluctant to say her body count that she's willing to just lie.
How many people have you slept with? Do you have this out?
No.
You ask everybody.
Bro, I don't like this whole thing either. Like, here's my thing with this whole body count thing. If body count doesn't matter, then you should be able to say it. Flat out. Ain't no, I don't want to say it. No, if it doesn't matter, you should be able to say it. And I hold that standard with everybody. Men, women, all of them. So if body count does matter, Pearl, then why don't you say yours?
What is that? And you don't say your own number?
What?
Why don't you say your own number?
No, I don't ask everyone. I don't think I've ever asked. No, I don't
Oh
even
my
ask
God,
body
deflect.
count. Would you say your body count?
Yep,
I
deflect.
don't. No.
No. No, I don't even ask.
I'll always say how many bodies is too many bodies.
So I have a question. Would you guys say your body counts?
No.
So if it doesn't matter, like, why don't people just say it?
She chose to lie because she felt embarrassed. And despite Pearl preaching about the importance of women's chastity, Pearl actually wanted to partake in hookup culture.
Oh, God. But I swear to God, like, guys don't try to sleep with me.
Really?
like, I swear to God, I've been on a date, and I would have been down, and you just never tried. I was like, oh, okay.
And on a date, the guy didn't even touch me once.
Yeah.
He didn't touch me once.
Yeah. I don't really have guys approach me often.
It could be the clothes.
It seems like she barely knew him and wanted to hook up with him, but he didn't want to. So, according to Pearl, I guess we shouldn't be taking her advice, considering that she can't attract men even for casual encounters.
Ouch.
I've noticed a lot of therapy.
See, bro, these subtle daggers that she be stabbing and hitting her with, man. That she says it with a straight face. It's just, oh my God.
Therapists are like older single women, and I'm kind of like, if you can't maintain a relationship, why would I take advice from you?
What? Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? Like, what do you mean? You're the same thing. Like, oh my God, bro.
This is just something I've noticed. But I haven't spent a ton of time in therapy, but then I'm like, yeah, like, why would I take advice from you if you can't maintain a relationship?
And she thinks what's holding her back
but
is
you
the
can't
fact that
maintain
she's
a
like 6
relationship.
feet tall.
I would say if there's one thing that's held me back in dating, it is the height.
But I
Why?
think it's because of her
Men don't give a
desperation,
shit.
and they can sense it along with her low standards.
And if a guy has all the things that you look for, he might cheat.
Yeah.
So how can I be that mad if he cheats when it's like I picked him?
Would you accept if he's just stepping up but not getting anyone pregnant?
Are we married?
No, you're in a relationship.
I think if I'm being truly honest with myself, for the right guy, I probably would.
How many times?
I don't know how many times.
She's basically announcing to
that's
the
kinda
world,
pathetic.
hey, I'm Pearl. I'll tolerate cheating.
Yeah,
Please
nah.
marry me. So imagine the kind of men she's attracting. And it seems like her dating life in general just has not gone well.
He was older than me.
Oh, okay.
So he had girlfriends before me. 2 weeks after we ended it, he starts dating a new girl. I think he's gonna marry that girl or did. I don't really know. Yeah, I was obsessed. I was so sad because I felt like I waited because I was a sophomore in college when I lost my virginity. So I was halfway through college. It was late. Yeah.
You know, it's not about you. I'm gonna drop something. It's the timing.
Well, no. It
The
was
fuck is she
because
talking
he
about?
literally went on to marry the next girl. So it was something. But it's funny because
No.
the girl was older than me. So by the manosphere's perspective, I would have won.
Pearl even acknowledges that things don't
Nah,
work
you gotta
out as
hold
they
that
do
L.
on paper, but she continues to influence people to do immoral, pathological behaviors in order to demonize women for clicks and views. In Pearl's world, if the wife puts the husband in question in a bad position and takes his kid away, then it's her fault.
It only takes one time to ruin a guy's life where she can literally take half and take the kids.
agree.
How is he supposed to protect how is he supposed to protect the children when legally she can take them and she's paid to take them away from him?
But that same empathy
Okay, but
is
why
nowhere to be
is she
found
trying to take 'em?
if the wife
I know there are these vindictive, vengeful women out there that would just aren't happy in their marriage, and instead of trying to make it work, they'll just leave. I get that. But if the guy does something, there's no excuse. If he cheats, then it's automatically it's automatically deaded to me. That's why I don't condone cheating at any level. Even in the whole I'm talking phase, we might go exclusive. I don't condone that either. If you want to be exclusive with a woman before you call her your girlfriend, then you shouldn't be talking to all these other chicks. You should just focus all your energy. Same for girls too. You should focus all your energy on that person that you actually want to be with. But I don't know, man. That might be the old school in me. I don't know.
wife is put in a bad position by the husband.
Okay, so then you pick guys that cheat.
It says something about your decision making if you become a single mother.
If the woman leaves, it's because she's just trying to take the man's money because she's an unreasonable, home-wrecking gold digger.
She can take them and she's paid to take them away from him.
But if a woman decides to make her own money, well, now she's emasculating her husband and causing the divorce.
one of the number one reasons for divorce is financial, and also when women out-earn men.
The irony of Pearl dehumanizing women on her channel is that her entire channel's premise is to focus on the injustices against men and how women aren't empathetic enough to them. And Pearl doesn't like when this happens to her. For example, Pearl went on a podcast and told her story about how her male role model in her life, her coach who worked one-on-one with her since she was 14, turned out to be a groomer.
Because I remember saying, like, you can tell me stuff you don't tell your parents. I remember looking at him like a dad, like, for a while, because I saw him so much. He told me before I went to college, like, that I was going to get a bunch of attention from boys because of my butt.
And as soon as she turned 18, he tried to sleep with her and shove alcohol down her throat, which, by the way, for those of you that don't know, the legal drinking age in America is 21.
And he's like, oh, come take a shot at the gym with me. So I think I was 18 or 19 when this happened. And at first I was like, oh, no, I'm not trying to drink tonight, because it was like my finals week. That was why I was home. But he kept like going at it. Then he goes, you know, like, Hannah, because my first name's Hannah, the gym's empty right now. We could do anything you want. I'm like, what do you mean, Marcus? He texted me. So he said, come back to the gym tonight. And I said, for what? And then he said, like, nothing, just sex. The issue I had was he was waiting till girls turned 18 to try to hook up with him. A couple years later, I find out he is going to be a coach at my high school on the track team, and my sister's going to run track. I was like, oh, hell no. But I didn't get him fired till years later because my mom told me not to.
And then in the interview, she goes on to talk about how the manosphere...
I hate this shit, bro. I hate this shit where, oh, I had this big issue, I had this problem that happened, but I'm going to wait 2 years or 40 years to bring it up. Then obviously you don't give a fuck enough about it. Like, obviously it wasn't an issue. Like, I don't give a shit about that whole, oh, well, they were traumatized, so they didn't go to the police or the proper authority chain or whatever. No, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. If you don't want it to happen to the next person, you should take care of it right when it happens. Dumb, man.
Blamed her for this,
Stupid.
even though her coach was double her age.
Like, I can tell they're from the manosphere comment, because I've told this story on like a TikTok before, and it's weird. They blame you. Like, they put the 17, 18-year-old.
I can.
Like, why'd you put yourself in that situation? Or you liked the attention? Da da da.
Yep.
Pearl has firsthand experience in the consequences
why would you go
of
to the
demonizing
gymnasium?
the other gender. And considering she went through something so terrible, you would think she would be empathetic. But instead, she's so profit-driven that if somebody else told her this same story, she would side with the predator. She seems to give no nuance and no defense of women, no matter what the situation is, even if what happened when they were children.
I'm pretty sure social media is like some of the most damaging stuff for young girls in middle school and high school because of how much like information they're bombarded with in terms of beauty standards and how they look. But you guys are like, well, but Instagram helps them get flown out to Dubai, so I think like
it does.
You know, it's like totally disconnected from like the real world.
I mean, it also lets you catfish the hell out of men, like with these freaking Instagram filters.
It's based on the media that they consume and the images around them. Like that's just absolutely true.
Freaking who?
Like, what happened to the accountability? She's holding the kids more accountable than she's holding the men for not checking if it's a real person or not. Maybe it's because she's biased and she got catfished. I don't know. So yeah, clearly Pearl has no issues holding even little girls accountable over men. And when it comes to women, Pearl will say things like, you shouldn't talk about the exceptions, only talk about the rule.
You know, some people might get married and the husband dies and they become single mother. You know, there's
but we're not talking about exceptions, we're talking about the rule. Are the majority of single mothers widows? No.
But that changes at Pearl's convenience.
Yeah,
you can't
they
talk
do a
about
lot of
nuances
flipping like that.
unless it demonizes women.
I noticed
You've
that
never
a lot.
heard of cases where women don't let the dad see the kid.
That's not
Earlier,
that's
you said we
exception.
were going to talk about exceptions. You want to talk about the rules. So don't give me the hide and go seek with the kid. How often do you think a mom is hiding the kid from the husband? Give me a percentage.
I don't know.
Before on her channel, she actually used to be more nuanced and actually criticized the manosphere for not acknowledging exceptions.
You know, I know that one.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm all about male positivity. You know, masculine, classic masculine type things over here on my channel. You know, I want to bring back the old school, man. Is what I strive to do, but because I think men are really soft nowadays, and I don't like the direction it's going in. I think the women are overly masculine and attention seeking, and the men are soft and attention seeking. Like it's ridiculous out here. But yeah, I'm a positive male kind of channel. Not even channel. I have a very positive male outlook, but I'm not delusional. Like, I know as men we are stupid and we make a lot of mistakes. So thing is, you should acknowledge your mistakes. You should, like I say, always say, we keep it pushing.
One girl that
we should take accountability for our actions too.
Whatever the exception is to the rule, and we see it, I think, more often than the manosphere really gives credit to. I think
I don't think I'm in the manosphere / red pill though.
But I know a lot of single mothers. I don't know.
I don't think I'm in that.
She was even willing to have her virgin friends come on the show to explain their perspective and why they wouldn't sleep with someone with a high body count like the host of Fresh and Fit.
I'm probably gonna have a couple friends that waited till they were married to have sex on my podcast to actually talk about what they look for in guys.
Then only a month later, she starts regurgitating manosphere talking points.
If you get married and it doesn't work out, like, women can and will take all of your money.
Pearl doesn't like when you go, but men, in response to her.
And whenever we talk about where the women need to improve, we always need to point the finger at the men.
But the reason people go, but what about men, is because she doesn't seem to address the other half of the equation. Women haven't single-handedly made men cheat, cause obesity, or cause divorce, but Pearl will take it and spin it in a way to where women are the blame and men.
Yeah, but I can kind of go against Brittany on this point, and the only point I can go against her about is the fact that they do that. But what about men? But what about women? Like, we always do that. Like, we do that on both sides, but it's really annoying to make a point and then somebody will be like, "Oh well, but what about men and them sleeping with all these?" Like, it's just different, man. It's different. I know it sounds like I'm making an excuse for men, but it's not. Like I said before, I don't condone cheating. I don't condone it if you're in a relationship. However, there is a double standard when it comes to sleeping around. Men is seen as high status because it's harder to do. Women is seen as low status because it's easier to do, because you can literally have any man you want to sleep with you, pretty much, especially if you're an attractive woman. Like, you don't even have to be attractive. You could be damn near average, below average. You could still get almost any man to sleep with you. Men, we can't do that. That's why it's valued more. Like, I understand the double standard. I get it. But I don't like this what about bullshit.
And don't take
That's
any
the only
accountability
pushback I can give
for
on her
it.
so far.
For example, 80% of women initiate divorce is something she will say in order to blame women. But women initiating divorce doesn't necessarily mean that they were in the wrong. If it were the other way around, I just know that Pearl would spin it as men are leaving modern women because they're low value.
I've never gotten that statistic where I know it's a fact that 80% of the divorces are initiated by women, but there's no context to whenever they spit this fact out. Like, they don't say that the man cheated, or they don't say stuff like, "Oh, well, the woman just, I don't know, they had like a tragedy in the family and neither one could really do it anymore, and she just took the final step." Like, there's no context into the stat. So that's why I've never like using that stat, because you have no context in it. It's the same thing with the wage gap. Like, there's no such thing. But when they spit that shit out, they never put in the context of, they're not talking about choices made between the jobs and stuff like that, and they're not accounting for, because they're putting the wage gap thing in with like male doctors with a female waitress. That's what they throw in there. Of course, they're not making the same amount of money, but they don't throw that context in there. So I don't like that. I don't like that argument. I've never liked that argument.
I mean, she already does this with Passport Bros.
Are Western women typically
I support
known
Passport Bros
as
though.
good wives? Are they sought after all over the world? Or are men getting their passports and going elsewhere?
It's not 100% of the woman's fault, and if you don't address even the 10% of the time where it's the man's fault, then you're not really solving anything. She's radicalizing people because she's making them mad about problems while giving them no solutions, and it's not really helping anyone. And as she makes things worse, she just gets to sit there and collect money off of people's negative emotions.
True.
Pearl asserts that her focus on addressing women exclusively is due to the fact that they're never held accountable. Because she's holding women solely responsible for every issue, she's just perpetuating the issue that she claims to be trying to solve. If she had a more balanced consideration of everyone, then perhaps she would actually get something solved. She does.
Yeah, she doesn't. She just argues. It's a circular argument. That's what she does all the time. And that's what I've come to notice about watching her content and actually seeing her true character come out here in the next, the last month or two, as people have been challenging her views and holding her accountable for the things that she's done and said in the past and how they don't match up with this newfound identity that she has. And you can see that she's not taking accountability for it. She's lashing out. This is why I unsubscribed to her, really, is because she kept throwing out all this bullshit talking about all these reaction channels are coming after me. Oh my God, reaction channels get on my nerves and reaction. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. Stop bitching about it. You know what you could do? Don't acknowledge it. Don't acknowledge it. I don't give a fuck. No one cares. If it's clearly you give a fuck. Clearly you give a fuck if every show you're talking about reaction channels. You did like an hour-long video / live stream talking about fucking ABBA and Preach. I thought you didn't care. God, they must be hitting you in the sweet spot.
Does this a lot by misrepresenting statistics in
Holy
order to
shit.
poorly portray women. For example, Pearl talks about how 20% of men aren't even the father of their children.
And they say that 20% of men are raising a kid that's not theirs. That's why they don't want a promiscuous woman. They're afraid they're going to pass the resources onto the wrong, onto a kid that's not theirs.
Well, unknowing or knowing?
Not knowing.
So how do they get the statistic? I don't know. It's
DNA test.
Much like the feminist that Pearl criticizes, I've never seen her cite where she gets her data from.
I don't understand
and
that.
that's the same thing as lying in the science world, because she's making it impossible to even fact check her. I have to just guess what study she's talking about, and I think she's basing it on this 1999 report. It's by the American Association of Blood Banks, and it's over 2 decades old, which is way too old for a study like this to be relevant. And the 20% claim that Pearl made doesn't actually represent the population. It's actually much lower. They were testing men that were already not sure if they were the dad, meaning that the study was biased. In order for it to not be biased, it would have to be randomized or tested at birth. The vast differences in non-paternity rates across different populations is also not taken into account. This is relevant information, especially considering that Pearl's podcast is based in London, even though she's from America. So how are we supposed to know where she's even talking about? Depending on what country you're looking at, the percentages are all different and significantly lower than what Pearl was saying. Another example of Pearl misrepresenting data in order to demonize women is her saying that women primarily divorce men for money.
I want to get married. Of course I want to get married. But if I was a guy, I would have a really hard time with it. And you could say it's the type of woman, but 50% of marriages end in divorce. Women leave the majority of the time. I don't think it's the type of woman. I think it's that they're paying women to leave. Or one of the number one reasons for divorce is financial, and also when women out-earn men.
But the top reason for divorce on every site that I've checked didn't have that as even the top 4. And while I was researching this, I actually found data citing that women who divorced in the previous 12 months were more likely than recently divorced men to be in poverty, 20% compared to 11% respectively. If I were doing what Pearl does, I could easily utilize that data to say that 80% of women are leaving men because men can't satisfy women. But hey, at least I'm telling you where I got the data from, unlike her. I would have thought someone as rich as her would have the resources to be able to check the statistics she's saying, especially considering she's on her dad's dime.
Number one, I'm sorry I'm not a brokey. My dad yells at me for coming every month.
Was getting on my nerves too.
Organize business
She's trying to be
a
paper.
So my dad does yell at me when I pull out cash when you can't see what you spend it on.
Pearl reminds me of Pearl from SpongeBob, asking her dad, Mr. Krabs, for money.
How much is all of this costing?
Oh, why is she doing this? I don't even need to edit this part.
Oh, Daddy.
You got me everything I wanted.
She also reminds me of Mr. Krabs' daughter because he wants her to be a star and he's paying her way to do so.
Being a little YouTuber is tough. I'm really tired of being broke, Dad. I can't mooch off of you forever.
My little girl is finally a star.
Oh, she getting petty now.
I'm sure that Pearl understands
Brittany
the real
getting
world
petty
struggles
now.
of the average person from her 10-bedroom mansion.
You guys you want the house tour?
Yeah.
But clearly there is one thing that money cannot buy, and that thing is taste. This video is from Pearl's channel called Wife
petty,
School.
ain't she?
In the first episode, she and
I kinda
Allie,
saw
known
this
as
coming.
Real Femme Sapien on YouTube, meet up to improve on Pearl's fashion, along with a male stylist who is supposed
I've
to be
seen this dude
helping
before.
Pearl attract a husband by
a
improving her
stylist?
outfits. So let's take a look at some of the outfits he puts her in.
Perfect for a night out on the town.
What is she wearing? What is that?
This dress looks like a trash bag. It's unflattering on her because it's showcasing her stomach, which is not what she should be highlighting. Not only
No, bro, she about to get real petty with it. Oh no, why? Brittany, no. Oh, this is about to get real petty, man. Oh, fuck.
that, but the black is
Fuck
washing
it.
her
I
out,
don't care
making
at
her
this
look
point.
very drained, especially considering the fact that
Yeah, this
she
is
normally
not
doesn't wear
a good look
makeup.
for her.
Going without makeup is a personal choice and it's fine, but if you're gonna do that, you need to know your color palette or you
they're-
will look
they're taking
even
no
more tired
focus
and
off of her
sickly
midsection.
when you wear the wrong colors. If you look at someone and the first
Yeah,
thing you
that is
see is their
not
outfit's
good.
color instead of their own natural coloration and features, then you're
This dude's a
wearing the wrong
stylist?
colors. The stylist doesn't apply this knowledge or even utilize basic color theory, and instead, he takes her to a cheap, fast fashion store like Zara. If he were actually good at his job, he would not be making these mistakes. If
coming
money
after the
were an
stylist,
issue, which
too?
clearly for Pearl
Everybody
it's
catching
not,
the smoke.
there are better budget-friendly places you could go to for higher quality clothes. For example, go thrifting. But yeah, clearly Pearl doesn't need to go thrifting. He could have just taken her to a higher end
Yeah,
mall.
why didn't you take her to,
or
like,
a
Louis Vuitton
department
or something?
store. Honestly, he just does
She
her
can
dirty
afford
the
it.
entire time.
That's super
If
cool.
not, her
That
dad
looks
can
really
afford
nice.
Where would I go with this outfit?
I think I think that could be an afternoon. I think that could be an evening outfit. I think you could go out in Shoreditch wearing that. You could go
I
to
don't like
Canary
this
Wharf,
outfit
to one of the
either.
bars down there.
Not on
Meet
her.
some nice high value guy.
It's too
He
light.
looks at her with a straight face, telling her she's going to meet a high value guy in this outfit. Oh, it'll look nice going out for errands and having a
Why
nice
she-
dinner. He's
Bruh.
just talking out of his ass.
Oh my god.
So what do we rate this? 1 to 10.
She give us. Oh, the
it's a high
stylist
rate.
is getting
Like,
the
I
smoke
don't
too.
know how a stylist can
Yeah, that looks
honestly
like
rate
ass.
these outfits so high.
All right, that's now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Spin not too fast. Okay.
Okay, that takes a little focus off her
He must
midsection
think that
now.
she's a dumpster because he keeps putting her in trash bags.
chill. Chill,
he's
Brittany, chill. Oh, he must think she's a dumpster because he keeps putting her in trash bags. Oh my god. Ooh. See, I unsubscribed to Pearl, so I don't know if she's going to even address. How can you address this, though? How can you? Brittany Venti is not a whale. She's actually pretty bad. Like, so good luck. Can't talk about her looks. And she's made a lot of points here, too. You can't talk about that either. So good luck trying to refute that.
Done it now like 3 or 4 times
That is
in this
not a
video,
good outfit.
and he's not highlighting any
That's
of the
probably the
flattering
best
parts
one.
of her body, which defeats the entire purpose of having a stylist help you. There are several different body shapes, but for Pearl, she holds most of her weight proportionately in her arms and in her stomach. And that should have been taken into consideration when he was dressing her. Regardless if she loses weight, her proportions will stay the same relative to her other body parts. You can bring balance back to the body by drawing the attention to the most attractive body parts and away from the least attractive ones using color, patterns, texture. But of course, he would know
all,
that if he
like,
actually
female
knew
stuff.
what
I
the
know
hell
nothing
he
about
was
this
doing
shit.
as a
I just know how to dress
stylist.
as a
It is
man.
honestly just so frustrating watching him not look smacks her. In this outfit, the skirt does not work. Pearl could have put on some jeans with a wider cut at the bottom to balance her upper, heavier half, or she could have put on a skirt that was A-line, high-waisted, and above the knee, but in middle of the thigh, not too short. Would have done the trick to bring attention to her legs and away from her stomach.
Like a pink
I'm
bra.
pulling in the back because it's too big.
That is,
Light
though,
colour.
size aside, that's pretty cool, but that is proper, like, New Year's Eve party type.
Yes. Should I wear it for New Year's Eve? Get it fitted? Or let me
Yeah.
Get it
You see how
fitted?
he literally
Isn't it from
highlights her
Zara?
stomach with bright green sparkles? I can't take this anymore. And then he has the audacity. He must have got it from Pearl. The audacity to suggest for her to tailor
I just said the
a
same
Zara
thing.
dress that won't survive one wash. Literally go watch a fashion channel. Go watch Ali Art on YouTube and then come back to us when you actually know how to do your job. And it's not just her
God, bro,
frumpy
he
style
catches
that's preventing her
strays out
from lip
here.
smacking.
Holy
It's
shit.
also her presentation with her hair. She's
Oh,
not
come
bothering
on.
to
Why is
style
she-
it. And many people are even commenting about it under her TikTok,
she don't
telling
give
her
a
to brush
fuck,
her hair.
bro.
Pearl's
She don't
hair
give a
just needs a
fuck.
haircut with some texturing to give it volume so that it's not
she
so
going
stuck
in
and flat to
on
her
Pearl.
head. Her hair is very manageable. How is she going to teach other women how to attract a husband when she doesn't even put the minimal effort in her own appearance?
No, I've noticed.
Bruh, she is killing Pearl. You know what? I'm gonna stop the video. I'm gonna stop it. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. It's long enough. I'm gonna stop it. Hold on. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna stop the video there, and then if you want to go check out the rest of the video on Brittany's channel, you can go ahead and check that out. I'll leave it in the description as I always do. But she was getting kind of vicious there at the end, so I'm not gonna take away from her whole video, and I'm gonna leave the rest of it down in the description. You can go check the rest out there. There's not that much left. I think there's only like 5 minutes or so, but yeah, man, it depends on how I edit this, but whew. She got the smoke today. Like I said, man, I've already unsubscribed from all Pearl's channels, and I don't follow her anymore. She just was, I don't know, man. Fame changes people, man. I don't even know if it changes her. I don't know if it changed her or if it made it to this is her real character coming out. But whatever it is, I don't like it. And I'm just not going to support it anymore.
This is the button.
Hi, I'm Mark. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So we're switching things up. If I light up red, that means you reject yourself.
We're doing this again.
Fine with that.
All right, let's start this date. You two lovebirds.
Oh, God.
What brings you joy?
My job and my family. How about you?
Oh, definitely not my family.
What did he say?
Or my job.
Why is that?
God damn, bro.
My job is just like really depressing, like manual labor. No joy in that. My family, they all just hate each other.
Holy shit.
One is people who smell bad. Jasmine, can he give you a little whiff?
What?
Sure.
Oh, all right. Do I?
Bro, this is some awkward shit. The button just asked this dude to smell this chick. Bro, come on, man. Oh, I mean, as a cologne connoisseur myself, usually you can smell me if you're sitting across from me. So I don't have that problem. But Jesus Christ, button, you want people to get all up in there. God damn.
Like,
he gonna hit the button.
It smells like soap to me. Yeah, that's not a deal breaker.
I did shower today, so.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts on God?
He gonna
Do
hit
you
the
believe
button,
in God?
bro.
There is most likely no higher power, or at least if there is, whatever higher power there is, they probably don't care about us too much.
So that is
This guy, bro, this guy don't give a shit about nothing. He like, well, my family shit, my job is shit. I don't believe in God. Holy shit. God damn, bro. Do you have any positive outlook on life? Like any at all? Anything positive? Holy shit.
I understand like different religious beliefs and like it's totally cool, but someone who I'm
Oh, I
with,
forgot they
would
eliminate
wanna share,
themselves, so she's
like,
gonna
my
she's
faith
gonna
and
eliminate
my
herself, right?
ideologies with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark has never kissed a woman or held a woman's hand.
Oh, you're really helping me out here, Bun, aren't you?
Bruh, this dude.
Jasmine consents. Would you?
I could hold your hand.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay, like one hand.
This
you
dude
want
is
both
like
hands?
I think one hand's more
Just
intimate.
one hand? Okay. Why haven't you held a woman's hand before?
I'm just awful with women, man. Like,
Bro, it seems like you're awful with a lot of
it's not
shit.
something
There's
I've
no
ever been
positive.
very successful with.
Do you just get really shy?
There's no
or-
positivity here
I
with
just
this
turn into
guy.
a statue.
Okay, so
I
this
just
isn't
turn
like
into a
making
statue.
you uncomfortable.
It really is.
Okay, we can stop.
Mark, that was your first time holding a woman's hand.
Thank you for giving me the honor.
That
She's
still
gonna
sounds
button.
depressing, man. I'm gonna be honest.
I do it. Called it.
Jasmine has rejected herself.
Not just the religion thing, but also like the family thing and the job thing. I'm a really big
Yeah, bro,
family
don't
person.
lead
I'm
with
very
that,
family-oriented.
man.
So if I
Don't
were to
lead
have
with that
children with somebody, it
negativity.
would be really meaningful to me if they got
Holy
to meet,
shit.
both sides of the family.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I hope you find someone that's really great and will also hold your hand.
Hey, how are you?
I'm Mark. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name is Brittany.
Real quick, how old are you?
He cold.
Do I look
Oh, bro, no. Why? Why'd you? Why you come out with the fire like that? Oh man, there's a way to ask, man. That is not the way. You gotta come more smooth with that, bro. You can't just fire off. How old are you like that?
I am.
Oh, I'm 24. Yeah, just notice a little bit of an age gap. I'm sorry.
Oh,
you don't look elderly. You're good.
Come on,
Do
man.
you like older women?
I'm on the fence about it.
Interesting. So, what is your type?
You know, I don't have like very much experience to like really have a type to go after specifically.
What is happening here, man?
serious
What is this dude live in
Not
a
at all,
fucking
no.
cabin in the
Okay.
woods?
How do you think you would be as a partner?
Man, come on, bro. Bro, give us something to work with here. Give the ladies something that they can, work with. Give them some kind of interest or something. Like, what's your interest? See, this guy looks like the guy that'll be like, I don't have any real interest. I just like to sit down, stare at the wall. Holy shit.
What would be a deal breaker for you?
I don't know, smoking cigarettes or like somebody who's rude to wait staff.
Brittany, do you smoke cigarettes?
I do not. I absolutely hate cigarettes.
Okay, there we go. Oh, no, not that.
Well, I
She's
think
gonna-
there was
she's gonna
already a
push the button.
problem because both of us was our age. Age
Yeah.
ranges are a little bit up and down here, right?
But maybe Mark needs to experience a woman who's slightly older.
I think you might need some experience, but I don't think I want to be that person.
Oh, she's gonna reject herself.
You seem very
This
nice,
dude
though.
might stay the
Okay.
whole time.
Yes, you're welcome.
Oh, he said bye.
You have rejected
Nice, good job.
Yes.
Would you explain why?
That doesn't feel right.
I agree.
I just want to get out of here.
Yeah, bye.
All right.
Good
Goodbye.
luck. Thanks. How are you today?
He's just awkward.
A little hungover, you know?
Hungover?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Not a lot.
A lot of bit?
No, not a lot of it. Too much money.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Spencer's deal breaker are racists. Are you racist, Brittany?
I'm definitely.
Hopefully not.
No, I'm definitely not.
Okay.
It's probably a good thing not to be.
Spencer plays the piano.
Yeah, but man, what do you mean by that? Spencer's turn off is racist. Like, what does that mean? Do you mean like actual racist, which is actually rare? Or do you mean these fucking LARPers that'll just throw out a word and not mean it? Or throw out a word on the internet and not say it to your face? Like, you mean that? Because that's fake. Like, they're just LARPing. They're like those dudes that go out in the woods and play Knight in Shining Armor. It's the same shit.
Spencer, are you good with your fingers?
I was just about to
You
say
know,
that.
I mean, I think so. I don't know. You know, you gotta do practicing. You gotta do scales.
Those are some long
I'm
fingers.
not gonna lie. This dude looks like he plays piano. I don't know what else to tell you. He looks like a piano
They are.
player.
Yeah, they are long fingers, you know?
Is this your person?
Nah.
No.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I don't think there's anything romantic that could happen from
Yeah,
this.
definitely agree, yeah.
I
Well,
disagree.
Oh.
Well, Buns
Okay,
chiming
Button.
in, yeah. Hi, I'm Spencer.
I'm Melina.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to
Emelina?
All right, so Melina, what's your life story? What's your...
My life story.
No, I mean,
Gosh.
anything. What are your hobbies? What do you know?
I like traveling a lot, so.
Okay. Where's the last place you kind of traveled?
Mexico.
Nice.
But that
Alright.
doesn't really count.
Okay, it doesn't
I mean-
count. I mean, I haven't gone to Mexico, so.
What?
I want
These
to.
two
yeah.
look like they would party
Spencer
together.
is TikTok famous.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What are you famous for?
I did like comedy content kind of thing, like little
Okay.
sketches, some impressions and stuff.
Let's hear one of your impressions.
Oh God.
Which one's your
I
favorite?
did a
one to
Joker
do?
one. That's how I blew up. Was I did a Joker impression.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's hear it.
You have to hold our hands while
I know.
you do it.
Why? Oh my God. Okay.
Hold my hand.
You ready for this? I mean, it's the
Okay.
worst. Why is it that when I piss in a toilet, nobody cares, but when I poop in a urinal, everybody loses their minds?
Ooh, ha, ha. And I thought my jokes were bad.
And I got banned for a week for that. By the way, TikTok. It's
Wait,
gotta be
so
like.
why are we holding hands?
We did it for the impression.
What the fuck
but
does this mean?
Okay.
I think we're.
No, I didn't know if it was like part of like.
No,
you
I know.
Like,
It's part of the experience. you
Yeah.
know?
How old are you?
24. How about you?
Okay. Guess how old I am.
People keep doing this to me. I'm like, fuck, I don't know. Like, 25.
I just turned 27.
Are things going well?
I'm enjoying my time.
I'm telling you, dude. I think these two would party together, get drunk together, but I don't know. I don't see a relationship.
All I'm gonna say.
I don't know. I do feel like you might be a little bit too young for me.
That's fine.
I think you'll find someone great out there.
Oh, well, thank you so
Yeah.
much. It was great meeting you, by the way.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
She wasn't that much older.
I know. That's what I was saying.
I'm
Spencer.
Raven. Nice
Raven,
to
nice to
meet
meet you. Yeah.
Spencer,
Yeah.
tell me about yourself.
I'm a pianist. I do a lot of
No way.
Yeah. Do you play any instruments?
I sing. Not anymore as much.
Not
though.
anymore.
But besides piano, like, what's your favorite genre of music?
I studied jazz, but I would. Yeah, I love jazz. It's pop too. I think there's a lot of value in like, every genre, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to narrow down too. Even people shit on country music. I don't love country music, but like it still has like okay shit sometimes.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you're fine.
Can you explain why you rejected yourself?
I guess I just feel more like friendship. Like,
do
I feel
feel
like we
from
could be
vibes,
good
yeah.
friends.
Oh man,
No,
this
you're
dude
good.
gonna be
Don't
here for a while.
apologize. Oh, I mean, you haven't heard me play it, so you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
He might as well
trust
bring a
you.
piano.
Yeah, oh, sure.
It's gonna
you
be
know.
a minute, bruh.
Hello. I'm Spencer.
Spencer, Jennifer, nice to meet
Jennifer,
you.
nice to meet you.
Tell me about yourself.
I
Yeah,
do
Jennifer,
like
nice
political
to
polling
meet
for
you.
my job,
Gotcha.
and I'm a pianist. What do you like to do?
I like to run. I love playing tennis. I love playing
tennis, I love
basketball.
Jennifer is really good at guessing people's astrology.
Son of a bitch.
God.
Oh no, man! Here we go. This is my nightmare. Oh my God! See, bro, I give Jennifer a compliment. I say, "Oh, how you doing, Jennifer?" And then we break out the astrology shit. Oh, back to the drawing board.
10 seconds, go for it.
Never fucking fails.
Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, look at that. Fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, like, that's good. That's good shit.
Spencer, are you into astrology?
I'm not like super into it, but I know my top big three. You know.
Oh, okay. Tell me about it.
Okay, Virgo Moon, Leo Rising.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bro, I can already tell you this. I the only thing I know about astrology is that I'm a Capricorn, and Capricorns are the GOAT, both figuratively and literally. Like the star sign is a GOAT, and we're the greatest star sign of all time. And if you don't think we are, you're wrong, because my star sign has Dr. Martin Luther King and Jesus. So checkmate, bitch.
Oof. Like kill someone? What's up?
Both Capricorns. What's up?
Leos are a little
Was that Leo's son though? Or is
Who
that
you
Leo
got higher than
Maybe just do the light
Jesus
rising.
himself?
Who knows?
Do you two think this will happen?
I am for it. But
And talk shit about Capricorns all you want, but you speaking against
I think
Jesus
we have like really good conversation.
Yeah, good
and MLK.
Yes, but I'm not
Shame
sure
on
I
you.
could see it progressing as
Right,
anything as more than friends.
I'm ready to head out. I've been here for a second, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Spencer.
Have a good day.
Yes, you too. You're a lovely human.
She's the most attractive girl so far, but the
Oh,
astrology,
there it is.
There it is, huh?
I'm out.
What's your name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Ah,
Tell me
these
about
two
yourself.
ain't gonna buzz each other
I'm
out.
Dominican. Probably military.
They
not
gonna go
the crazy
out.
Kind. I know a lot of people say that, but hey.
What branch?
Army.
Army.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael.
She likes that shit.
Tell me about that.
Trust issues. I just feel like people should just like come up with what they want.
Yeah.
Like just be upfront with what you want
Absolutely.
instead of just like leading someone on.
Do you mind if I ask if you've like ever been cheated on or?
I've been cheated on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where that stems from?
Probably, maybe.
Okay.
Michael,
What? What's up?
what's a witch bitch? Tell us more about that.
Fuck does that mean, bruh?
Are you super into zodiacs?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
a
I'm not
man
gonna say,
after
like,
my own
oh,
heart.
This or that, but yeah, Leo men are not for me.
Do you want her to guess what your sign is?
Sure.
Like, how do you show emotion?
I really don't show enough emotion, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you a Gemini?
Oh, shit.
Is he a Gemini?
No. Yeah, I am, actually.
Oh my gosh! Yes! Which bitch?
Yeah. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
I'll claim it. Come
Okay,
on.
shit.
I've never heard that terminology.
Does it look like I have an ego?
It kind of does.
No, I don't have an ego. I'm just like confident.
All right. Yeah.
Jennifer, are you attracted to him?
I am. I think you're an attractive dude. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Are you attracted to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, except for the zodiac shit.
All right. How would your friends describe you?
I'm usually the one that gets everybody going. Everybody just calls me like, "Oh, ride with me, Mike. Ride with me."
You're the
I'm
hype
just like,
man.
bro, I can't split myself into two people. So.
Okay.
How about you? How do your friends describe you?
They would describe me as very loyal, very honest.
Yeah, that's same here.
You know, honesty is the best policy.
Goddamn right.
Would you two go on a second date with each other?
I'll let her answer that first.
No, you can answer it.
Yeah, I would.
I would.
Do you want to make a covenant?
Okay, there we go.
Alright, I'm gonna light up red one last time.
So we got a match.
If you don't press me, you'll win.
Good job. Except for just keep the astrology out of it.
Congratulations!
Jesus Christ.
Yeah!
The whole crowd.
You two have won the button.
Let's
Where
go.
are you gonna go?
Oh shit. What do you like to eat? Actually?
No. You can plan this.
Oh shit.
Initiative.
Okay,
Take
fine.
the initiative.
Whatever. All right, I got you.
Red button. Come back.
As usual, the button has its assortment of individuals that are both strange and funny. So that's cool. The button always delivers. Let's move on. All right, man, look at that. We're at the end of the show. You already know what it is, man. It is time for movie, show, song picks of the week, man. Whew. Tell you, over my vacation, I watched this movie and this show. So, yeah, they're kind of new additions. Not new additions. I've seen I've seen the movie before. Let's just get to the movie, shall we? Movie of the week is going to be Step Brothers. Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly. Dude, do I really need to even tell you? If you haven't seen Step Bros, it is one of the best comedies, like probably of all time. It's one of Will Ferrell's best movies. It's hilarious, dude. I've watched this movie like I don't know how many times over the last like week or so. It's been crazy. Can't get enough. So yeah, definitely highly recommend. Let me give you the description. Description reads: two middle-aged slackers become members of the same family when one's mother marries the other's father, and sparks soon start to fly between the continuous new step siblings. So, that is the description. Step Bros is I'm telling you, dude, I don't know. Like, this is one of the funniest movies probably I've ever watched. It's on par with like Liar Liar and all those other movies like Cable Guy, all the Jim Carreys and Adam Sandler movies, all that. It's just definitely check it out if you haven't, or if you ain't seen it in a while, definitely check it out. On to the show of the week. This actually surprised me because I went into it thinking I wasn't going to like it. Not only that, but I was actually not going to watch it. But I figured, hey, I've watched everything. I've run out of shit to watch. So, show of the week is going to be Wednesday. Yes, the Addams Family show. The new Addams Family show. I didn't do this graphic with the rain falling or whatever. I just put it on the screen. So, there's that. But yeah, it's the Addams Family. That's what it is. Let me give you the description. Smart, sarcastic, and a little dead inside, Wednesday Addams investigates a murder spree while making new friends and foes at Nevermore Academy. Dude, it's literally just the Addams Family, but just all about Wednesday. I've always liked the Wednesday character. Like, because she's like, I don't know, she's very doom and gloomish, and I don't know, she's just a cool character. Now, her family, the other Addams aren't really in it as much. You see Morticia in them, and they did turn them Latino. Whatever, man, I guess. I don't really have a problem with it in this context because they're pretty much dead anyways, but you don't really see them anyway, so it is what it is, man. So definitely check out Wednesday on Netflix if you can. But yeah, man, that's pretty much a show. As for the song of the week's going to be Corbin. Song's called Sorry It's Never Enough. It is a banger, bro. Banger. I've been pumping this song on the playlist for like the last week to a month. It's been crazy. The song's a banger. Definitely check it out. It's all in English too, so don't have to worry about translating it or reading subtitles. But that's gonna be a show for me, man. Welcome back for me. First show out the gate from the break. So, I have been your uninvited guest. This is the Party Crasher Podcast. I am R15, and I'll catch y'all next week, man, because I'm back to normal. Enjoy some of this Corbin. Catch y'all next week. Peace.